we acknowledge it's a less than perfect day. There's going to be those days. I talk about that quite often, but boy, you better find ways to win, and for that, we're proud.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Steelers Live. It, of course, is Tomlin Tuesday, and we'll get to more about what Coach said in terms of injuries and a number of other things today from his press conference. But first, let's take a look at the AFC Conference standings following the Monday night game where the Chiefs were knocked off by the Los Angeles Rams. The Steelers sitting in the number 2 spot. And specifically talking about the AFC North, the Steelers are now up 2.5 games on the Bengals and the Ravens, who are tied at 5-5 in terms of just the AFC North division. The Steelers, after the win in Jacksonville, 6 in a row, moving the team to 7-2-1. Said the goal is to keep stacking wins to hopefully clinch the division and also get a bye in the playoffs. But of course, as we start every Tomlin Tuesday, let's take a look at the 4 injuries that he named during the press conference today. You knew about 2 of them. Marcus Gilbert and Stephon Tuitt both did not play in Jacksonville. That was 4 straight for Gilbert. Stephon Tuitt missing his first one, but 2 in-game injuries, especially to note here. Anthony Chickillo was hurt on a special teams play. He has an ankle injury. Matt Filer, who has been filling in and doing a remarkable job for Marcus Gilbert, he got hurt and has a pectoral injury. So things to look at as practice resumes here at the UPMC Rooney Sports Complex on Wednesday. Here's more from Coach Tomlin on Marcus Gilbert and also rookie Chooks.
I wouldn't describe it as a setback. It's probably not, healing as fast as he or we would like, but that's life. I wouldn't describe it as a setback, no.
What is core 4 coming along? He should be called upon.
I'm sorry?
A core 4 Chooks. How's he been coming along?
I've been pleased with his growth. The good thing, and it was a tough game. It was a rough and tumble game. It was an emotional game. We kind of knew those things going in. Oftentimes I stand before you guys on a day like today and outline how I anticipate the game being, and oftentimes I feel like you guys look at me as if I don't mean what I say.
All right, that was Coach Tomlin talking about the win in Jacksonville and what a tough test it was going to be despite their record. And the same could potentially be said for the Denver Broncos. They did win over the Chargers, though, last week, and the Chargers came into that game with a 6-game win streak, the same as the Steelers. And it's something we've seen them be able to do, stacking wins. You hear that all the time last season and even this season, as I said, riding 6 games going into Mile High Stadium. Coach Tomlin was asked today what the key to success is going on a run like that.
You better be good enough to win, but you better be continually getting better. And so that's what we try to be. We try to be good enough to win on Sundays, and we acknowledge on Mondays that we better get back to work because you better be good enough to win the following Sunday. And so we take that approach and work hard to live it out and stay singularly focused on the things that are important to us. That's the variables that we can control, our preparation and our play, our analysis of that, and then repeating process.
All right, Coach Tomlin was also asked today about Juju Smith-Schuster, who is in his 2nd year. Ben Roethlisberger actually said due to that play you see right there, that 35-yard catch, the Juju was the hero of the game in Jacksonville, keeping that game-winning drive alive. Juju finished the game in Jacksonville with 8 catches for 104 yards, but as I mentioned, the 35-yard catch, a big one. But Coach said it's not just what he's doing in the passing game. There's other things that he's noticing big improvement on in year 2 for Smith-Schuster.
Man, just his attitude regarding his role in the run game, his knowledge and awareness in terms of blocking box defenders. Young guys, man, in terms of declarations, identifying fronts, blocking linebackers at times, support secondary people as needed and so forth. Not only does he have the physical attributes to do it, he's got the mentality to do it, he's got the intelligence to do it. He's Hines Ward-like in some of those things, and I realized what I said when I said that.
We talked about it a lot on Monday here on Steelers Live. Have to give credit to the Steelers defense. especially during that first half when instead of letting Jacksonville score touchdowns, they were holding them till field goals. They also made a vast improvement from the first half to the second half of containing running back Leonard Fournette. We've seen them be versatile at times, a lot of blitzing coming from Mike Hilton. And on Sunday, we saw Jordan Dangerfield inserted in the game to help with his physical style in tackling and stopping them against the run. Here's Coach Tomlin on using a versatile defense this season.
We don't plug gaps, we don't plug leaks. We're continually globally working to grow and grow in all areas. And so we're not reactionary in our thinking. And that allows us to be what we need to be when we need to be it. You mentioned defense, but sometimes we're capable of walking into the stadium and being a run-dominant team. Sometimes we're capable of stepping into the stadium and throwing it every down. Sometimes we step into a stadium, we're capable of no huddle. Sometimes we huddle often. You better be versatile in the National Football League in all three phases, and we work continually to be.
And when you think of the Denver Broncos defense, of course you think of Von Miller. He has 100 career sacks, and I stole this fun fact from NFL Research. He is one of 4 players with 20-plus sacks and 5 forced fumbles since the start of 2017. Steelers are definitely going to have to do a lot to get ready for him on Sunday at Mile High Stadium. Here's Coach Tomlin on Miller.
We know what this guy can do. This guy can decide to take over a game. We've seen it firsthand quite recently. We had the honor of coaching him down at the Pro Bowl. He went by me some point in the second half and kind of hit me on the hip and said, "I got this, coach." And he did. And we watched him take over a game among all-stars. And I think that, that is imprinted on me. I'm sure it's imprinted on the offensive coaching staff.
All right, well, that is going to do it for this edition of Steelers Live, a Tomlin Tuesday edition. We will be back on Wednesday at 4 with your first practice report of Broncos week, agree to disagree, and much more. We'll see you then. Have a great night, everybody.